Hello and welcome back to my channel, Sage of Aqua. We are on episode 3, part 3 of Gibbeous to full snow moon in Leo. And I've just done another check on the current energy now in fully blown full moon status, if not a little bit on the waning side. So basically I have got come up a lot of the things that we were talking about last time. So that's the strength card, the 9 of swords energy from the messengers, the magician, the star, and I also have the 6 of cups, the 3 of pentacles, and the page of pentacles. The only one that didn't come up again, because these are obviously clarifiers, was the 6 of wands. And I think this is relevant. So the 6 of wands is basically about clarifying your intent. So we had a little bit of divine counterparts frequency come in. Well, when I say a little bit, there was about 5 or 6 clarifiers along the way from this video and the previous video, if I remember correctly. And this is really important when it comes to matters of the inner emotional navigation, is that if you're looking for love under the Leo moon, then it needs to be more direct. So under a fire influence, I myself have a sun in a fire sign, and we don't like mucking around. You know, you want to say something, you want to get something across, it's better just in your face. Just clarify, simplify. If you've got a love interest under the Leo moon, simplify. And that's what's coming through as the protagonist frequency at the moment. It's the only one missing. So the others have come up as clarifiers, and then we've got some number 6 here. So 6 is about harmony, and we've just definitely been getting that harmony frequency coming through. Let me just do a quick check on the number 6 of cups. That can be reminiscing, can be a reminiscent vibe. This may be a time when you flit in and out of 2 worlds. Well, that's not going to help with Mars and Gemini, so there could be a fair bit of that going on. So your nostalgic past and your happy present. You may meet old acquaintances who links with you and on a future project or relationship. So this could be this could be people coming back from the past. This card is known as the visitor, connecting you with people from your past. So that one's come up. In general, this is the time to appreciate what experience has taught you and enjoy a new lease of life. So this is 6 is denote harmony and passivity. 6 forms the Star of David, which comprises 1 upright and 1 inverted triangle. I think we had a look at a triangle on the star card. Something was going on the star card, if I remember correctly. Or one of the other cards. It had triangles that were upright and downwards. So I'm thinking that we'll clarify that as being the Star of David. That's because we've got a 6 here, is to clarify the Star of David, which comprises of one upright, one inverted triangle, represents the soul on earth, the idea balanced by expressions. The 6 is often revealed 2 themes or ideas that work together productively. So we've had yin yang, Tao, divine counterparts all over this reading. So this is a good confirmation that we're on the right track to the divination of this frequency. There's also a sense of hesitation as we see the void between what we have and what is possible. In the book of Genesis, the world was created from chaos in 6 days. So there's a sense of evolution and history about number 6. And this would bring me to basically, on my channel there's no incoming energies, but I believe that our gravity field is the major player in determining what light frequencies are held in our electromagnetic energy field, and the earth decides what's coming in. Okay, it is not for us to decide as oracles. It is not for us to decide what's coming in. Okay, so just a note of caution: if anyone's crapping on about incoming energy, switch it off. Okay, they do not know what they're talking about. Okay, it is the earth that distributes the energy around the earth from North Pole to South Pole, and it's been going that way since the last time the poles flipped. And actually, on that note, the poles are actually moving 5 miles a month, and this could be another reason why that this polarized frequency is coming up. So maybe we need to be aware of that, because if the poles flip, and they do flip, and I'm not sure of the exact frequency, but it's happened, and it is part of the Earth's evolution. That's gonna cause a little bit of technological chaos, so we could be in for that. I'll do another frequency check on the likeliness of the poles flipping a little bit later on down the track, when there isn't quite so much excitement in the sky, and also with the 14th of February coming up. Most people on this earth want to know is there love in the air for me or not. Okay, so my gravity door of perception is relevant to me. This represents my otherwise incoming vibes, although I don't believe in any of that. Okay, there's none of that on my channel. So for that, I've got something really positive, and so the King of Cups is the greatest of all greatest lovers, and that's on my gravity door of perception. Okay, so that's really good news for anybody that is looking for love under the Leo moon. And just slightly behind that, I've got the Hangman. So that really ties into the 6 energy, and straight under that, I've got another 6. So we'll run with the energy of the 6. So just to recap, 6s often have 2 themes or ideas that work in synergy, so that's also ties into divine counterparts. And the Hanged Man is really someone that is reassessing their options. So there is a sense of hesitation with the 6 numerology, as we see the void between what we have and what is possible. Alright, so this is an incredibly strong energy on the gravity door. So that's from now and during the waxing moon cycle. So it's going from reasonably passive Leo, ultimately confident but harmonious. We have the sun coming in left, right and centre, to a little bit stronger there, a little bit stronger. Basically, people, if you've got a love interest, it's time to make a move, especially on Valentine's Day. You know, there's this compassionate Leo vibe there. I mean, who doesn't like a Leo? They're so cute. And then you've got this confidence coming in, King of Cups, the ultimate in a someone that can give their love. All right, so this is really good news. Okay, so I just wanted to do a quick frequency check before I did part 3. So we've got confirmation on the Empress. That energy is still current, and we've got the completion. So this is in my personal deck, the wide world is the completion, is the world card, is the number 10. So that's all being clarified, and then we've got the Earth Witch here. So that's beautiful. That is beautiful. So that is a really strong connection to Druidism and Earth, and basically what I do. Really, as a Druid, you are open to the elemental forces, and you really take your ego out, and you just very community minded, and herbalism is number 1. We heal ourselves with herbs and clean energy, people. Clean energy for the earth, clean energy for our minds, clean energy for our bodies. It's all here. We don't need to buy into the corporate bollocks. It's all here. It's been here for millennium. Okay, don't be brainwashed. Okay. All right. So moving right along, we've just done a little bit of tarot. I'm not big on it, to be honest, but I feel that I've just got to do my bit to clarify a little bit of what I'm doing. So we'll just move right along there, and we will go back to the animal totems that I found, and we will just quickly run through these animal totems. So there's a couple here that I want to give more of an explanation. Oh, that's the Chariot. That was the Chariot, wasn't it? I'll just pop that up there. And we have the Griffin and the Sentinel. Let's just get that. Very imaginative. I feel like a real vibe of imaginative. So basically, for the 14th of February, which most of the world calls Valentine's Day, you could get quite an imaginative gift there. And with the King of Cups frequency, they're not really going to be shy about telling you that they're into you, and possibly in an imaginative way. So that'll be really cool. That'll be really, really nice. So yeah, really, really love that vibe. Love that vibe. So I want to just have a quick look at the Honey Mother. And so we did a little bit about the dragon yesterday that has got this chariot vibe to it. And the Honey Mother is let compassion. Oh, that one just fell off the table again. So this one is really, really strong. The Honey Mother, sometimes the greatest magic lies in the smallest forms. So the let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority. Okay, so if we've got something coming back from the past, then maybe it might be time to forgive. Okay. So we'll just look into that a little bit more. And we've got spider energy here. We'll read the card about the narrow pathway. You know, the spiders create webs. I just want to look into that. I just got a certain feeling about that one. We've got the raven. And we've got unicorn, which is the dark side of the moon, and I have no idea what it's doing here, but I'm just going to have a quick check on it. And then I think that we'll finish with a subconscious card. So I'm just going to get my book to clarify these animal totems. I'm just going to pause this for a sec. Okay, so narrow pathway. I think that we will, after we've done our initial check on what's happening with the absolute current frequency, because I've done these videos over time between the Gibbeous, if you're new to my channel. I've done the Gibbeous to Snow full moon in Leo, so that is over a period of about a week. I have been assessing this. So narrow pathway is come up, and I think with the spider. So the spider creates narrow pathways, in which that one's just fallen down. When they fall down, they just seem more relevant to me. That's what it feels like to me, like some kind of indicator. So narrow, tread carefully. Do not make any quick decisions. Okay, so you've got like Mr. Flippin' Loverboy coming in here with his Leo schmooze on. Do not make any quick decisions. Although I shouldn't be, I should really take the gender out of it, because you know, energy is genderless. So it could be some sweet talking, you know, power pussy as well. So think things through. Tread carefully. If you rush into anything, there could be potential difficulties. So take your time. Keep very focused and don't allow yourself to get distracted. Your project will succeed if you go slowly. The relationship will grow. Don't be in a hurry. Let it all emerge in its own sweet time. Be thoughtful in all areas of your life. Okay, so stay balanced. I'm sort of getting this overall feeling of balance in this reading. This is the Chariot. So this is quite coming up, sort of quite prominent, this Chariot energy of just being sure of your direction. Think before you leap kind of situation. So the Sacred Traveller, this is from the Sacred Traveller deck, Denise Lynn. So the Sacred Traveller wants you to know when the path becomes narrow. Success will ensure if you go slowly and carefully. The traveller takes one step at a time, deliberately and cautiously. No detail of the path is overlooked. Keep your focus on the steps ahead. Do not get ahead of yourself. Breathe and relax. You will be able to achieve what others have not if you take the time to consider carefully all the options and move forward with deliberate care. So this is a Cancerian energy. You know, they are absolutely sure before they make a move, because they don't want to expose themselves. They don't like, you know, this energy does not like to be caught with their pants down. You know, without a plan, without an action plan, without proper preparation. You know, this is very deliberate. This is very deliberate forward movement. It's been well thought out, and I might just double check the chariot frequency while this is coming up as quite a leadership frequency that is coming out in other cards. So I'm just gonna check that one, the chariot. Okay, the chariot. Pulled by two sphinxes, and originally the original card had two sphinxes. Ours isn't a sphinx. Ours is a mystical creature, but that's cool. And it's dropped there, so I always take a dropping. You know, any dropping cards is a signifier. Let's see. So the chariot. Definitely Cancerian energy. They're very cautious. It's a very cautious sign, you know. They're not going to, so they're not going to be caught with their pants down. You know, if you think about a Cancer, the crab, you know, they're pretty vulnerable, especially when the fact that they can't actually walk forward in that sense. They actually go zigzag. So I just wanted to pick up a little bit more on that Cancerian before I move on. And it's hiding from me. Here we go. It's hiding. Energy and progress. The previous card is the Lovers, and the Chariot is before the world. So, before the judgment, making a judgment call. That's how we started our, how I started the first part one was the judgment call before the completion, before the completion of the full moon. The completion. So a decision made, the Chariot can therefore be interpreted as a resulting action of this choice. Life drives forward, and the charioteer must show steady progress to gain a valuable experience that this journey offers and find his or her destination. So this would imply that there's definitely something's on the move. Something's on the move, especially if you've got a current gravitational pull of the King of Cups. You know, something's on the move. And so the Charioteer is male in many decks. I'm not particularly interested in male or female. I think enough of that goes on in real life. You know, I mean, who gives a shit? So the meaning, progress. Okay. So if you've got under this Leo snowfall moon, you can get some action on any love interest because it's all the stoppers pulled out. It's full steam ahead, and enjoy that progress. When the Chariot appears, its action is its key word. Events are about to speed up, and success is within reach. The card reveals movement in terms of a journey, yet often denotes other kind of departure from the familiar to the unknown, a new destination, a new location, a long-term relationship, or making significant progress in a creative or business project. So this is almost pop in the question energy. This is almost like, yeah, especially with that King of Cups. This is a pop in the question. yeah, for anyone that's seeking love, this Valentine's Day, you could have an imaginative proposal with this frequency. So where are we? To stay on a true path, approach the situation with drive, focus, determination, but keep in balance. That balance has come up again. This is a chance to take control, succeed and break down barriers. When you get to where you want to be, appreciate the gifts you gain. An additional meaning isn't more literal. This could be a purchase as well in business, but we're not doing business at the moment. We're doing, if you just joined my channel, it's Doors of Perception on the Sage of Aqua channel, and at the moment we're on part 3. We're looking at the gibbous to full snow moon, inner, emotional and subconscious frequencies. So if you have a love interest, this frequency, it may or may not resonate with that, but more you know, could be adapted to a love situation. So we're going to move right along. From that, I just felt that the Chariot was protagonist. It's the Leo is taking a bit of a background energy. It's just more like a background noise. So I've been meaning to do this card for quite some time, but it just, the Leo keeps taking the back seat. So I'm going to do that now. And you know, that's really double confirmation on what I'm trying to say, is that it's just not a prominent frequency. I'm just going to grab the detail. Okay, so the full moon completion. Every 29.5 days, Grandmother Moon shines bright and full in the sky. And I just have this feeling to hold this card as well. The Moon Goddess. Illuminating the landscape with her muted brilliance, casting a delicate canopy over the sky and the physical features of Earth. Having gradually etched her way over the last 2 weeks to fullness, she now stands like a guiding beacon in the night. She has completed this round of her perpetual and periodic monthly journey, and will now start slow and steady retreat into the shadows. And actually, for some reason, the dark side of the moon's turned up here. I have no idea. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's just more of that juxtapositioning that's been just oozing all over this reading. In this card we see the grandeur of the moon at its peak. Sorry, I'm slight technical breakdown there. Oh, now I've lost my page. Oh, that's good. Wonderful. Okay, so blazing brightly and created a silhouette of a tree. This beautiful orb reminds us that all cycles have their time of completion and fulfillment. One that will inevitably be followed by a decrease until yet another cycle is initiated. You can now take pleasure in knowing that whatever you have been working towards has now reached its culmination. It may have been a relatively brief cycle, or much more extensive one, yet regardless of the length of time you have arrived at the stage of completion, let yourself feel the contentment and satisfaction of this accomplishment. It is like when you take a deep breath and reach the point where your lungs are pleasantly full and your body is ready to release that breath. It is important not only to enjoy this completion, but also to let go and allow yourself to relax afterwards. Just like exhaling slowly and consciously, people are much too eager to rush to the next item on the agenda without giving proper time and space to appreciating and honouring the natural cycle of release. Breathe in and breathe out. Let it go. Which follows the point of resolution, okay? Resolution, right? It's resolved, let it go. And this card really reminds me of the Chariot. It's got that two dragons, and it normally has 2 sphinxes, so that really does remind me of Cancerian. I'm picking up a little bit of Cancerian frequency here. I'm not really sure where it's coming from. Well, I suppose it's because the moon is the home planet, so how can we do a moon reading without the Cancerian fullness coming through? And I also have I was born under a moon in Cancer as well, so I mean it's gonna come up in my readings because, you know, I'm all about the Cancerian moon. It has a strong signal for me. So just to acknowledge that Cancerian home planet vibe, and that is what makes her the goddess. That is what makes her the goddess. And we'll just read this one. A time of necessary upheaval is a blessing in disguise. As the dust settles, the gift reveals itself. Okay, so we're in a real slowing down stillness motion under this full moon, and we're going to see what happens. We are going to see what comes out of this settling motion. Okay, so things are not necessarily what they seem. You know, perhaps a new opportunity will manifest in an unexpected way. So perhaps somebody that you really didn't think was going to come towards you, that one just dropped, so that just indicates the significance of that energy. So perhaps someone that you really didn't know that was interested turns out to be really different, and just comes up with something really imaginative, a really imaginative way of approaching you. So this one has dropped, so this gives this extra significance. Moon Goddess. And I've just done a quick shuffle on actually the Earth Magic, where we got this one from. And just did a quick current shuffle on that one, and we've got the movement. Alright, so that was the Gibbeous moon energy, and that is the full moon. So I'm doing the Gibbeous to the full over a period of about a week, because Gibbeous is 3/4 full, so it takes about a week to 10 days to get to the end of the full moon and moving on to a waning frequency. So alright, so let's just clarify the movement. Obviously the Chariot is about movement as well, which I feel that's been coming up. And also we've got the Raven, which shows the way. Be courageous. You know, the Griffin says be courageous, the Lion says be courageous, and the Raven says be courageous. We've got triple confirmation here about stepping forward. If you've got a love interest, now is the time. King of Cups, now is the time. Make your move. You know, definitely measured. We've got the Hangman. Be measured about it, but make your move. Okay. It's sort of, I'm getting a sort of now or never kind of. Oh, that one just dropped, so we'll take that as being a little bit more significant. Be brave and fly above the clouds, the Griffin. Be brave and fly. So I'm just going to read the movement one, because that one, this is a current one. I just got this out while I'm talking. So this is a full moon to the cusp of a waning full moon. So movement. We're gonna go double check this, and so then this is live. I've just drawn this now. So this is a live card, and I just want to update the frequency as I'm making this movie, because I'm sort of traveling slightly in the past. 122. It's just, I don't know why that number just came up. 122. 1 is beginning. 2 is 122 makes number 5. Okay, there's a little bit of an undercurrent coming through again, like on my part 2. There's a little bit of something going on underneath the surface with a 5 frequency. Maybe a bit of pain, a little bit of discomfort, perhaps you've been hurt before, and you just think, what are they, they might say, what, you might feel that it's not time to make a move. Okay, River card says it's time. It's time to make a move. You may have had past pain. The number 5 does actually spell chaos. Okay, so I'm doing this live. This is a live pull. This is not in the past. This is right now, and this is full moon in snow full moon in Leo. I've just seen 122, which is a number 5, and so that means that there could be some hesitation about making a move because of maybe previous pain. I mean, let's face it, we've all been hurt before, all of us. We've all been done over. Okay, so movement says, the softened light from the sun falls upon the meandering river, the sparkles reflecting the gentle movement taking place in the river's body. She moves easily around the curves and the rocks, sometimes gently as portrayed in this card, and sometimes quite rapidly and intensely. So you've got your juxtapositioning going on again. So we've got at least 10 confirmations of this juxta polarized possible divine counterparts frequency coming in here. So don't be surprised if you meet your divine counterpart in the most unusual, imaginative way. The Sentinel says unexpected ways. Still, the river's movement will always eventually land her in the bosom of great-grandmother ocean. Some of her water will evaporate along the way to feed the waters of the sky, just as it takes place in any other bodies of water. So we've got the Empress frequency coming in as well, about the cycles. And bless the land and the seas with replenishment in a perfectly natural cycle that helps the planet sustain itself. Water is our lifeblood, a nutrient more essential than food. The flow of water throughout our own bodies serves as a metaphor for how life itself flows through us and expresses as us. So on here on Sage of Aqua channel, we worship water. We know its true worth and its preciousness. We cannot live without it. It powers multiple natural water systems. It makes the rain, it makes the rivers, it's what's inside our bodies, or so percent of our bodies is made of water. So here on the Sage of Aqua, we worship water. So here we've just got a little bit of an overall energy here about my channel as well. So we look at the movement or the flow of energy, water systems, and the earthy energy, and we would like to think that we just got a new take on Oracle. That's what we think here on this channel. We've just got a new take, you know. It's like I'm not afraid to go a little deeper. You know, I've got a Scorpio rising, and I'm not afraid of intensivity. I'm not afraid to go a little deeper. So let's just get the lesson on that, and then we'll just finish off with our animal totems. And so fighting or blocking the flow of your life force can lead you to feeling spiritually void and disconnected from source. Just like the metaphor of the river, it does not work to force or fight this compelling movement. Excuse me. When you simply pay attention and observe the flow, it becomes easier to navigate your experiences and see what lies ahead, or at least get a sense of what is to come by the ever-changing geography that unfolds while you cruise along. Okay, so just a little bit about resistance. Okay, so the resistance did come up in the Eight of Swords. So we got, sorry, did I get that right? Nine of Swords energy came up in part 2. So that is a bit of resistance, and we got confirmation of that. I did a live confirmation before I started this reading. A little bit of resistance, a little bit of an undercurrent going on. Let's just have a look at that. It's come up again, so I've got double confirmation about the and the Empress. It just fell. So this is really, really strong at the moment. This Empress energy. Your resistance is hampering your ability to make a choice in this matter. Surrender. So my last part 2, surrender to the divine. Surrender to the movement of life. Be grateful, and you will see the signs along the shore and in the river itself that offer you clues about what direction your egoless self is to be making. So we don't look at the ego, we don't look at the sun signs. So the sun sign is your ego. We don't care about the ego. You know, we don't give two shits about the ego. We look at, on this channel, we look in our doors of perception into the inner emotions and the subconscious collective. We don't care what people want. We want to know what people are feeling. We want to know what is filtering through. Okay? Because if you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always got. Okay? We want something deeper, something that's going to affect change and improvements. Okay? The ego just gets in the way. So surrender to the movement of life, and you will see what direction your egoless self is to be making. Going with the flow is more than a trite aphorism here. It is essential that you do so now. Breathe, relax, and you will know. Go with the flow. And quite frankly, I feel that this reading is done here. So we just got a little bit of whale frequency here. Now, a whale is a prehistoric creature, and the whale is the epitome of going with the flow. You know, it just basks in the aquatic realms. So we've also got a moon card in, so that's the Dreamweaver number 49. So I feel that this is really going with the flow, we'll just do a quick reading on these 3 cards, and then I think that will finish our reading for today. This one is a number 10. So this could be beginning of a new phase or a release. This could actually just be this is your juxtapositioning on your completion of the cycle. So again, just more juxtapositioning, you know, it's just written all over this reading. So we'll just do a clarification on the whale, and then we'll just do a clarification on these moon cards, and then I think that really sums up the full snow moon in Leo, as far as my doors of perception. So we'll close out with Breach, Humpback Whale, and Dreamweaver and a Unicorn Moon sneaking in there to wrap up part 3 of the Gibbeous to full snow moon in Leo, which was made into 3 parts. There was so much frequency going on, and I think that it's because of the green comet. It really shook things up. And then it says, when the dust settles, see what you've got. Take your time, see what you've got. When that dust settles down, I think it's from the movement. When the dust settles down, see what you've got. And be wise. So we'll just I'll just clarify these cards, and then we'll finish up.